cosmos. Countless worlds upon worlds, worlds without end. In these galaxies, every possible reality exists. And what is reality on any one world is mere fantasy on all others. Here all is real and all is illusion. What is, what was, and what will be start here with the words, in the beginning there was...
You are listening to
Mutations.
Mid-Valley Citations. Mutations.
On Sheena's Jungle Room.
Mid-Valley. Here we go again.
Part of the WFMU family of products.
Mutations.
Hey, there we go. And a good hello to all of you out there in Radio Land. It's Mid-Valley Mutations here on Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU. Now, actually, tonight I want to do a little bit something special because we are on the cusp of a very cool reunion, as it were, a reboot, a new phase in a band's life. I'm talking about Point Line Plain, a group that is was a big deal about 20-ish years ago, and did one of those things where they had a very short, fast, and loud burst of action in the early 2000s. 3 years where they were playing basically a show every week, released 2 albums, all sorted compilation tracks and extra things here and there, made some radio appearances, really played some incredible shows with some great bands, managed to get on a Screamers tribute compilation that I quite appreciate. And then, unfortunately, kind of faded away. And in a phase of my life where I really wanted to see them, I never managed to. So I'm very excited that they are back together now. And if you live in the Mid-Valley area, for example, in Eugene or perhaps in the Salem area, then you're going to get a chance to see them this weekend. On Friday, they're playing Eugene, and on Saturday, they're playing Salem. Both shows are going to be a lot of fun. It's a chance for a band that has very fond memories of their previous iteration. A chance for them to play again and show everybody what they got. And so I think I'm going to kick things off tonight from a track from their Blue album, quote unquote. That's the cover of it is primarily blue themed, and we're going to get into a little bit of Point Line Plain, a band that I think you're going to enjoy. And this is actually from a remastered album that they just reissued. You can get it now on Bandcamp. And we're going to have them on the show next week, actually, to talk about getting back together and playing shows again, and what it's like to kind of have a phase 2 in a band that has been around for a while. So we'll kind of start off with one of those tunes by them, and then we'll kind of get back into some more blues as well, because that's the way we roll tonight. It's fumbling with the blues again here on Mid-Valley Mutations, Sheena's Jungle Room, and WFMU.
Mid-Valley
Farmland where the blue
Mutations.
Now, we started that section off with a track by Point Line Plane, a band that I'm a bit of a fan of and is reuniting or rebooting and whatnot. And if you live in the Mid-Valley area, you should go and check them out. I think you might enjoy what they have to offer. And the best part about it, in my opinion, is that they're one of those bands that they are just old enough to where they don't really have a digital record in a lot of ways. I mean, they had albums on CD, but they broke up in around 2005. And so there was really, I think they had a MySpace page at the end of that kind of being a thing for bands, and then they kind of really weren't a thing anymore. That period of the early 2000s, we had computers and stuff, but we weren't yet online the way we are now. And so as a result, a lot of the record of Point Line Plane as a band is not available, at least not in that way. And so it is kind of interesting that they are going to get a chance to give it another a shot in the modern age. And I think as Nate was telling me in an interview the other day, Josh is actually angrier than he was back then. So things could be will be different and interesting and wonderful. Let's see here. Now, we're going to take another turn into some other kinds of blues here in this next hour. But first off, I want to get into another track by Point Line Plane, mostly because I want to promote that they're going to be on the show next week. I'm going to have them interviews, and we're going to play some songs. They had their first album remastered, and it sounds better than it ever did. So we're going to play some cuts from that. We played a cut from it earlier tonight. Having a good time, just kind of relishing in the fact that Point Line Plain is back. They've rebooted. They're around for another phase of their career after a 20-year break, which is not a. After 20 years, I think you can get ahead of steam again, if you ask me. And so, I'd like to play another tune of theirs. If you live in the Mid-Valley, perhaps, and you want to see them live, you have your opportunities, because in Eugene on Friday this week, I believe that is May 1st, if I'm not mistaken, they're playing. You can actually watch them live if you live in the Eugene area. And then they're also playing in Salem. At I think the place is Christo's, May 2nd, Saturday. So opportunities if you live in the area. Now, if you don't live in the area and you're like, well, why are we talking about this? They reissued an album and they're going to play 2 shows. No. Actually, they have a tour coming up. They're going to do a little bit of a few festivals and some other shows here and there. It seems like the band is kind of slowly casting off their sleepy cobwebs and getting back into the swing of things. And it would be very cool to see if this band had a new leg of their career, because I unfortunately never got to see them back in the day. I maybe I told this story, but when you are a music fan and there's a lot of music happening in the world, you don't always get to go to everything, and so you make choices, and then later you regret some of them because you missed out. They were one of the bands that I didn't get to see, and in a lot of ways, I kind of forgot about them for a while, but now that they're back, I'm excited. I actually get the chance to see them again when I didn't back in the day. So that's a cool opportunity, and we're excited. I'm excited. Everybody's excited. Why don't we play a little more Point Line Plain, and then we're going to get into another different set of blues music. Point Line Plain is also kind of blues music for the modern age, but we're going to get into a set of jazz blues songs afterwards. So that is where we're going here in this hour. It's Mid-Valley Mutations here, Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU, and we're fumbling with the blues, trying to find a cure for that really weird, strange, sad feeling that I seem to be struggling with, and maybe we all are. Who knows? Music will help, for sure.
Mid-Valley
Farmland where the blue
Mutations.
Genius Child. This is a song for the genius child. Sing it softly, for the song is wild. Sing it softly as ever you can, lest the song get out of hand. Nobody loves a genius child. Can you love an eagle, tame or wild? Wild or tame, can you love a monster of frightening name? Nobody loves a genius child. Kill him, and let his soul run wild.
And we started that set off with Point Line Plane, a band that I'm promoting mostly because I would like you guys to tune in next week when I do an interview with them. I mean, it's not the only reason I'd like you to listen to them. I like to think that their music is pretty fun too. But they are kind of rebooting. They're playing shows again. They're kind of tentatively starting off this weekend in Eugene and in Portland, Salem. And then a little later on, they're going to actually kick off on a tour and play some festivals and some other shows here and there and whatnot. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys will dig it if you dig this kind of thing. Well, I do want to play one more tune by Point Line Plane, the band that has rebooted, as it were, and has kind of returned to playing shows and whatnot, trying to bridge that 20-year gap and kind of see what they have in terms of new takes on old ideas. And then I got a few other tunes here that are kind of more oddball blues selections. And let's just see how many of those we get to here in this hour. But if you do live in the Mid-Valley area, don't forget, you can go and see Point Line Plane. They're playing in Eugene on Friday. They're playing in Salem on Saturday. And of course, they're touring and playing some festivals and stuff later on this year. So if you dig what I've been playing, check them out. I think you'll like it. Okay, let's get into the back end here. It's Mid-Valley Mutations, Sheena's Jungle Room, WFMU. And every so often, when you're in the back 40 like we are, it sounds like this.
Mid-Valley
Farmland where the blue
Mutations.
Borderline. I used to wonder about living and dying. I think the difference lies between tears and crying. I used to wonder about here and there. I think the distance is nowhere.
Oh, hey, there we go. Well, I think it's probably time we close up shop here because I would like to have a proper after party this evening, and so can't do that if we keep on yammering and shimmying and shaking and whatnot. We gotta get down to business, get down to brass tacks. So, we heard in that last set there a little more Langston Hughes, Borderline. Another track by Point Line Plain, 8-Bit Graveyard. I think that's a pretty blues-based kind of idea there. I think I've probably mentioned it enough, but why don't I say one last time, they're going to be on the show next week. We're going to have a little bit of an interview with Point Line Plain, talking about their efforts to reboot and kind of reassess where they are here now in the present day and what they can do with that. We'll get to hear from them. I'll play some tunes. Since both of them have been in other bands and have other parts of their career and whatnot to work with, then I'm going to also play some music by adjacent projects and things like that, because Nathan Carson, who is the drummer, and Joshua Blanchard, who plays keyboards and sings, they both have done a lot of things in their time as artists, and so I think getting some other angles on what they do might be a lot of fun. It also just so happens that the show is 3 hours long, so there's time.